Hello again, everyone. We are Gaming by Gaslight, and welcome back to Starbound. When we last left off, we were doing a little bit of lava fishing, and we'd also previously spawned in this Nova Kid village onto our ocean world home, just so we could have a Nova Kid village there. And that was not the worst idea, but it also has resulted in kind of a bit of a mess there. So I've been slowly working on filling this in, but it's kind of boring work, to be honest. So I figured, let's take a break, and we're going to do a couple of things, really. Eventually, I'm going to kind of rework part of this village, at least, so that it has more of a steampunk vibe. And two, I feel kind of bad for destroying that. Two, I'm thinking, today we'll do a little bit of construction. Just some simple stuff. We're going to work our way up to a bigger project later, but the first project, really, that any village at this point needs, I would say, is a nice little fishing dock. Just a place where you can go, catch some fish, stop worrying about your problems for a while, stuff like that. Alright, this is probably long enough. Nothing too difficult, really. Alright. So this is more or less how I like to build my fishing piers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7's good enough. We'll do something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 again. Like so. I might trim that off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Alright. That'll do for our purposes. And I'll extend this just a little bit more. Just because I kind of want to. Alright, something like that. And then we'll also extend this into the background up here. 1, 2. That's probably high enough. It's a bit waist high. Seems good enough. Works out, again, for my purposes. And there we go. Now, I don't really like the way monster generation works in this game. I believe I've said it before, and I'll probably say it again. I don't like the fact that, basically, I'm pretty sure monsters could actually spawn here. They can spawn here. They can spawn here. They can't spawn in here. They could probably spawn right here, unless there's some kind of invisible material. But yeah, basically what I don't like is that monsters can spawn anywhere there is an open background wall, which is kind of irritating. I like the way Terraria does it a bit better, where as long as like monsters won't spawn, unless I'm mistaken, it's within like X number of squares of like any placed tile, right? I'm not forgetting or remembering things wrong, am I? That's how it works in Terraria? Something like that, anyway. And I don't really know why I'm filling this with lattice. I just think I guess it fits since I'm latticing up that. This is also why there's all that lattice in the kind of farmer's market area that is over off there to the right. Almost got my directions mixed up. That would be embarrassing. Alright. Pretty simple. I've seen much more elaborate ones, but it fits my purposes. You have a little bit of lattice here to hopefully stop monsters from spawning. You have a bit of this for all your fishing needs. Like so. Now, what is that? That's something we've seen before. We'll just kind of cancel that. We don't want that. We'll throw one more line, and then we'll get back to a little bit of building to sort of start piecing together what it is exactly we're gonna try to do. It's never fish we've had before. Let's try to get away from it. That's something we've had before as well. Let's just kind of keep. Nope, nope, nope. I don't want you. I don't want you either. Oh boy. Fish, they won't leave me alone. What I really want is the rare and elusive chucklefish. Or at least, you know, something we haven't caught before. These are all fish we have seen many times before, personally. Oh my goodness. No, don't you dare. Don't you dare. Nope, nope, nope. Oh no. There we go. Got a little caught there for a second. Alright. Let's see. There are many fish, is what I'm getting at here. No, 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 don't you do it. Actually, I've seen some really interesting builds or getting access to fish in a sort of like an easier fashion without having to worry about playing all these games to try to get them to actually... Anyway, that's enough for now. I mean, some of those fish are just really hard to get. There's bait, isn't there? Pretty sure bait's an item. Lure, well, we have a lure and a high capacity reel. Which is all alright. Anyway, so... Yeah. I'm not entirely sure how we'll do the transforming of this. I do like the design that it already has, for the most part. There's just a couple of things I'd probably change. I mean, like this already has, more or less, precisely what we're looking for. And this is also pretty good as is, I would say. As I think I've said before, my one disappointment with Nova Kid Villages is they don't seem to have much in the way of lore, like new codexes, that is. The only one I've seen so far, I mean, there could be more, but the only one I've seen so far is the one about never inviting a Nova Kid to tea. And that's already been in the game, so, yeah. Anyway. Alright, so, we'll kind of wander over here. I'm gonna fix all this eventually. It no longer really matches where we're going. There we are. I'll have to do something with these. Figure out some kind of lab design or some such. But anyway, let's, I feel like I'm moving far too slowly. You get spoiled when you have speed boost upgrades, and then when you don't have them, you get all sad that you're not moving as fast anymore. I'm also going to want to grab the Universal Uncrafter at some point, since we do have a lot of delightful stuff here. Alright, so here's a couple of things that I think could help us in our quest to build a steampunk-inspired town. Alright. Now, the question we have to ask ourselves first is, what do we really want this place to look like? And I'm drawing a bit of a blank there. I haven't quite got a unified image in my head of where I'm going with all this. I'm sure I'll figure it out. But not quite there yet. And wood is also good. Bit of copper there, some windows. Alright, let's see. Well, I want to start off with some brick. But do I want a proper floor? I feel the answer to that is yes, but no at the same time. You know what? We don't have a door. I don't have a good door. Oh well, I'll worry about that later. Anyway, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Alright, so something about here. Anyway, good enough. Good enough. I won't worry about... I like to have things set in a reasonably nice fashion, but I'm not going to get too bent out of shape if I don't have the design exactly... Also, you'll notice I have admin on. I do that whenever I'm building, because I don't like having to deal with food at that. Also, let's time warp so we can make sure that it's daytime all the time. There we go. Pretty sure there's a never command that actually changes the day-night cycle, but I won't really worry about that right now. Let's see. Our first floor, I think, will make... Actually, no. Floors... I want the interiors to look nice. I don't quite have a vision here of where I'm going with things. I mean, do I also want to make these multiple walls long so that the inside of the walls is not just a red brick? In fact, do I even like red brick? I'm going to have to look at some reference material at some point, but let's just kind of go with what we have as just a starting point. Alright, so we'll want something like this. Probably some pipes moving in the background here. Why is this pipe? There we go. That's a nice pipe. Alright, there we go. So we'll want something like this. That kind of works out. So we're going to want pipes kind of sort of running through the structure. As, you know, steampunk. It has to have access to steam. Alright, so... Let's see here. I guess the key thing here is we want to build the arteries of this structure. We'll probably build a basement down here with stuff like that, but sort of what I'm thinking is we're going to be building very vertically with this particular kind of structure here. I don't know exactly where I'm going with it yet. Something like this. Let's see. I don't think you'd have a window right next to pipes. That doesn't make any sense. We have something like this. We have our arteries. Let's see here. One more over. Go away, Vile Plume. I don't want to play with you today. There. Alright. Now that you're out of the way. Okay, let's see. What do we want? Let's see. So the first floor is basically going to be a lounge, I think. Sort of like a common area for the good people of, whatever we call this town. Yeah, it'll do. Something like this. Nice and sunny. Nice and open. I'll pop this off. Yeah. So I'm not entirely happy with this. It's missing something. It's missing a certain something. I can't quite place my finger on what that something is, but it's missing it. It makes me a little sad because it's not quite right. Not quite right at all. Where's all my ornate flooring? Let's see. Is it in here? You know what? I'm just going to cheat it in. I do this a lot with building, just because I don't have the time to craft everything. And by to craft everything, I mean hunting down the crafting materials. If I had the time, I would. And I do appreciate the fact that Chucklefish did add in the ability to craft pretty much every block, because it does make that sort of part of the game a lot, well, it's easier, it's better. Yeah, we'll do something like this. 'Cause I think baseboard, that's good. Actually, what I should do, now that I think about it, is I should see if there's any mods that add more block types, and I'm pretty sure the answer to that question is yes. Yes, there are more types. Actually, I have a lot of materials that are just kind of hidden away right now in various hidden places of my inventory. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Alright. Like a certain amount of symmetry, really, with these things. Just a little bit. Alright, so that's more or less what we're going for on this side. But we're gonna need something to really say, you know, comfort and luxury. I'm not quite sure what that something is going to be just yet, but I'll figure it out eventually. Alright, it occurs to me now that I think about it, I should... You know what? I'm actually not sure if I like the way I'm running these pipes now. I mean, we need to show steam pipes. But at the same time, for aesthetic reasons, no one would have the pipes running like pretty much at like chest level. That would be silly. All right, we're gonna have to tear it all down. You see, this is probably gonna happen a lot, really, because I can be pretty perfectionist when it comes to what my designs of things look like. Maybe not quite running along the floor, but closer to the floor, like just one block down. Yeah. Maybe look good on the floor. No, not really. Actually, now that I think about it, what I should do... Alright, I think I've got it now. What I want to do, in reality here, I want to move the window down a square or two. And I want the pipes to be running along the roof, because that's the most sensical place for pipes, is it not? you'd run your pipes close to the roof. And we will actually move them a full 2 squares down. Because that would, because you don't, a lot of people, they don't look up. Alright. I think I've got it. Alright. I also like these painted bricks. I have a certain something about them. Alright. There we go. Of course, it would be boring if the pipes were all just running in like straight ziggy-zaggy lines to get, or straight lines. So let's make them zigzag instead. That would be a little bit more aesthetically pleasing, I think. I don't particularly know why, but it feels right. And if it feels right, do it. Says I. At least when it comes to building. Alright. Something like this, something like this. Alright. Very good. Okay, I'm kind of getting excited about where I'm going with this. I think it'll work out. There's still a lot of work to be done to figure out the exact proper way for all of this. Alright, let's see. Like this, and like that, and like that. Okay. That's good. I think this is starting to look halfway decent. Possibly. Alright, let's kind of cut ourselves a door here. There we are. That'll do. That'll do. All good. Okay. So we've got a basic idea. You know what I need? Do I have the inventor's table down here? I do, but it's... You know what? Back to the ship. Alright, so we are back again. Brought down a workbench here so that we have a nice workbench with us. And I guess, first of all, let's take a look at some doors. What is a good door? An amber door. I don't think that is Elder Door. Yeah, these are definitely from Frackin Universe. And I want to avoid, for the most part, using Frackin Universe materials. Again, just in case I try doing something crazy and separating my house door. It says new. Is that Frackin Universe, or is that something I've picked up before? Or is that in vanilla? I'll have to check that out. Lab door, lab hatch, leafy door. I'll be honest, at this point I'm kind of confused as to what stuff might be vanilla and what stuff might be steam spring door. Now, I don't really like the look of that. It's not quite to my liking. Let's see here. Titanium door, tungsten door, a witch door. Wooden door, wooden hatch. No. None of these are quite right for my liking. Anyway, we'll worry about that later. Also, I forgot. There is just a nice little oil press to make some oils and wines. Just thought I'd quickly show that off. We'll talk more about that later, but I spotted it and remembered that I had not shown that yet, so we'll have to remember that for later. That was completely wrong. I'm all over the place. I don't know. I have some ideas, but they're not... Can't quite piece them together yet. Let's see here. No, curtains aren't in here. There's a curtain somewhere, isn't there? Lights. Let's see. Copper light, oil lantern. I think what I really need is the 3D printer, actually, because that would have everything. Well, actually, this steam spring lamp would potentially, at least for the time being, fit some of our needs. Also, is it just me, or does it really feel like the time on this planet goes by way too fast? Or no? Anyway, the key thing is, this is going to be a bit of a work in progress. We're going to have to fiddle around with this and see exactly what it is that would be perfect. I don't really have an answer for that yet. What would be the perfect design? This will be an apartment. Start of one, so we'll have to fiddle around with things. Probably get some more materials so we can make the interior. Oh, now I remember what I was looking for. This is completely wrong. I think... Oh, it wouldn't be on here, would it? No. I've at this point completely forgotten. Oh, I didn't even notice this tab was added. That's something new. Nice. I like it. I like it a lot. There's a lot of stuff with old mods that we'll probably want to revisit. Oh, what is the crafting station I'm looking for? What I want craft is an elevator. That is at the... Alright, we could find that here on the 3D printer, I think, which can print every single item known to man. We have our brick hidden doors, we have our other hidden doors. All good stuff, really. I could probably find the kind of door I'm looking for here. But we're not looking for doors right now, we are looking for elevators. Sewer valve, sharp console, security control panel. Let's see. All kinds of good stuff, to be honest. Alarm bells, boiler valves. Well, might as well actually print off a couple of these, to be honest. We're probably going to need a couple at least. We'll print off 5 for the time being. Elevator. Let's just type that in. No? Where is the elevator craft at? I'll be honest, at this point, I completely forget. A wheeled bed. Interesting. Anyway, as you can tell, I clearly don't know anything anymore, it would seem. Tongue steel. Yeah, anyway. I'll have to figure that out, because I know you can craft the elevator, I just forget what station it's crafted at. And I'm going to need to do a bit more thinking here. And let's also open up the floor to suggestions. So if you have ideas of what you think would make a really good sort of steampunk village, then let me know in the comments down below, and I will try to implement them when we next return to do a little bit more building. But until then, thank you all for watching, I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next video.